Ow. Guys, what the fuck? Ow. Guys, I'm like prone to like mosquitoes. Like they always get chewed up. Like even when I was little, I used to get hella chewed up. Sime, what's good? What's good, Sime? Um, do you have a ball? No, I don't. I don't have a ball. Do you have a ball? Been hella sick. Like um, I, I got, I got, a cold. Like on Saturday, I was not feeling well. Um, and then I thought I was allergic to the cat. Wasn't that? And then, after that, I was down bad on Sunday. Down really bad on Sunday, actually. And then I was down bad Monday, Tuesday also, and then yesterday I was down really bad too because I um could not I felt like someone hit me with like a truck. Like bad. Jerome Ford collab. Um sure. Would you guys want that? Where does he live again? Close Cleveland, but he said he'd come to Florida. Oh, okay. Um, would you guys want to see that? A Jerome Ford collab? Let me know, yes or no. Yes? I wasn't gonna do any male collabs, but um I gave it some more thought and after like talking to other streamers and like calculating some analytical information, um I was like, you know what? This is what this is all about, right? Like whatever. But at the same time, like it's not like this is my thing with the collabs. I'm definitely not flying like anywhere to do a collab. Like if I do, if I have to go somewhere for work and there's people also there that like stream and stuff or want to do a collab, different story. But like I'm not going out of my way to like go do a male collab is what I'm trying to say. I would prefer to do only female, but like if they're where I'm at and they want to do one, like that's a different story. Um, Chloe, well, can you find out for me and let me know? That'd be really awesome. Um, if you guys don't know, I was doing like Tiana Talk Sports before streaming, and that's how like a lot of the connections have happened. Um, so yeah, guys, you keep asking for an Aiden collab, but like I that's not on me, okay? Yeah, if anything we could do a desktop if Rome can't come out to Florida. Or we could do a Tiana Talk sports segment and like do one in Cleveland and see like the Browns stadium and stuff. Yeah, Chloe, fuck it. Say out the Sime, you know. Sime. Anything but that. We got we're we're trying to make this educational. Oh man. Let me find out you in London. I'm not in London. I'm not in London, unfortunately. Um, but maybe one day. Um, but y'all ask me some questions. What do you guys want to know? I'm here to answer some questions, talk about stuff. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So today, Tiana funny. Yeah, I actually am really funny and people don't give me enough credit. But okay. So I sub goal and kick. Yes, we're gonna do that as soon as I get on my desktop. We're gonna get on desktop right after. But okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about this, and I already know if I, hold on, if I'm gonna talk about this, and it's probably gonna get clipped, and then the comments are probably going to be rude because I'm in a bathing suit in the pool while I talk about this. Which will lead to my next segment if that does happen, which I already know it's going to happen because people forget. I'm gonna make something very clear. When you go in the pool, you wear a swimsuit. Um, I don't know if that's something that people don't know. Um, if that's news to people, if they were born yesterday. Um, Not sure, but I'm just letting you guys know that now before I speak on what I'm about to speak about. Okay? Let's get clear. Um, okay, so um I had my Bible study today. I had my Bible study today, and I hadn't had one in honestly like a couple weeks. I do my devotions every morning. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys see my devotions every morning and my prayers and the what you call it, the verse of the week. But today I had my Bible study and I'm going to be implementing that every morning again. But I started today, and before I started, I was just like talking to God, and I was like, I'm starting to feel like this stuff, like social media and the internet and stuff, um, is starting to affect me more than I want it to. And I want to go back to doing this still, but keeping the same mindset and daily like routine that I had before streaming, like back. And I felt really upset with myself that I waited like a few weeks to go back to it and like just didn't feel like myself. And I also felt like letting the comments get to me and kind of like, getting impatient and frustrated with comments, which I know comes naturally when you're in something like this. Like you're going to feel that way, especially if you're in my shoes and you get the same things being like, the same things happening on your stuff, even though you're not really like W sub, who subbed, who subbed. Appreciate the sub, y'all. Um, Kai, W sub Kai. Love you. But I started to feel that way, and I started talking to God about it. And then before I did my Bible study this morning, I was like talking to God and I was like, hey, like, hey, it's me. I just told him, like, can you help me with, like, there was a lot of things I asked him to have clarity for. Like, with people, I was like, can you show me, like, this and this, like, intentions? Can you show me with work where I'm supposed to go? Do you want me to share your word? Do you not want me to share it? Um, and I asked him for a lot of direction because I was feeling lost. And I think that's something like people don't really talk about in the streaming world, especially if you just start and you're just kind of like thrown in it. Um, and I just asked him for that before I started my Bible study. And if you guys don't know, I have been reading the Bible for a hot minute now, and I'm on Judges currently, the book of Judges. I'm going in order from the beginning, so that's where I'm at right now. And I was reading I'm like a couple pages into Judges where I left off the last time. So I open it and I start reading. And before you read the Bible, I always say to pray for understanding of it because it's really hard to understand. And I was reading it, and the literal message that it was they were talking about in the Bible was that it said, this is crazy, guys. It said, basically, I'm going to give you a rundown a little bit about it. So the person in the Bible was saying, like, why do these bad things like keep happening to me? If you're here, Lord, like, please, can you help for it to not happen? Um, like, if you're real and you're here with us, like, why are these things happening? Can you show me that they're happening? And God had told him to do a task, and the person was like, well, I don't want to do it. If how do I know that you're like going to help me? How do I know that you're here? And he's like, they said, if you're here, can you do this for me? And God did it. And then he was like, okay, well, one more thing, like, can you do this for me so I really know that you're here? And God did it. So he was like, okay, do you believe now? And then the person was like, yes. And he fulfilled the testimony that God asked him to do. And I thought it was so beautiful, but I thought it related so much to my situation because I was like, a lot of negative things happen to me on the internet or just with people. And I never blame God though, but I always ask for direction and to help me, show me the way, like I never ask God, like, move this cup so that way I know you're real. Like, I know God is real. I don't need him to do that. I always just ask him, God, help me to make a decision from you, not from my needs and wants, from your needs and wants. And um I got an answer to one of the things I prayed about literally 2 hours later. And then, like, it just made me feel so much better. Like, it made me feel so much better. And it made me feel like, okay, that was also an answer of like, go back to this because you can relate to it every single time. So I just thought it was so beautiful and so true. And prayer really does work. Reading the Bible works. It's just like church. Like, whenever I go to church on Sundays, literally, no matter what I'm going through, I somehow relate to the passage. So, that's another beautiful thing about going to church. I've had some of my other friends come with me to church and they're like, whoa, like I was going through exactly what they're talking about. I'm like, see, like it's so cool. Like, so, I just felt really like grateful to experience that today, and I felt so much better. And also, it calmed me down because sometimes things happen to me that you guys don't know about because it's like my personal life or like, just life. And I'm like, what the heck? And I just literally like, it feels like you're drowning in a glass of water, but then you come back to reality and realize like, okay, these are all part of God's plan for me. Um, but yeah, I wanted to share that. And also another thing that was heavy on my mind that I want to talk about, because some people asked me on my Snapchat today, like, oh, I was wondering about your Bible readings. Like, why haven't you talked about it? Honestly, this is another reason why I haven't talked about it. For a while, like, I felt as if, I don't know if I want to share that with the internet any longer because sometimes those things are so sacred and they can sometimes put like a negative connotation to you because like people are super evil, and if they know you're a big believer, then like, this is my pool. Then they'll like put evil on you, if that makes sense. And also like just having people's like 2 cents and everything, like if I'm at the pool, they're like, why are you talking about that? So like it's like kind of hard. But I have been going back and forth in my head about like, do I want to keep implementing that kind of stuff into my content like I used to do? Because before I did streaming, I was doing TikTok and I was doing YouTube, and I was always talking about my faith. Like, I was relaying the messages I was reading in the Bible on TikTok. I was talking about it while I was getting ready. I was talking to you guys about why I was removing my tattoos. like, I was talking a lot about those things, and that was the direction I was going with my content, and then when I started streaming, I just felt like I had to entertain constantly, and, like, I was thrown into this, like, pool of just, like, I was trying to figure it out, and I also kinda lost the sense of, like, what my whole purpose of doing this was. Um, so, like, I do definitely want to go back to that. What do you guys think? Like, do you think that it's something that you would want to hear about? I'm obviously not going to do all my content based around that. Like, no. But I'm saying like if I read something and it touches like me like to share or like if I make a TikTok like or do you think I should just keep it to myself? Like cuz also being religious, the whole purpose is like the purpose of it is a lot of purposes, but one main thing is you're supposed to share like you're supposed to share the gospel, you're supposed to share the word, like you're supposed to lead people to the Lord, you know, like so for me I'm like always battling like do I share because that's what you're supposed to do or do I not because I maybe should just keep that part of my life to myself. Um but I do kind of really want to like do it because yeah, I really want to because it's a big part of who I am. And that's another thing that why I liked doing it so much is because like a lot of people judge me, right? Like a lot of people look at me and they say like, "Oh, like you're wearing a crop top, like you're a hoe or like you're this or that," right? But they don't understand like in real life, I do not participate in things that are against the Bible. Like yes, I cuss and I say I'm sorry. But like physical stuff I don't participate in, like things that I want to be a better woman for my future husband for because I want him to have a sacred like I want my space of my future to have like a sacred like energy. Um so like I feel like if I continue to share my word, it would be easier for people to understand me. But and also, it might be good on the protection level of people because, guys, I don't understand why people are so mean to me. Like, I would understand if, like, I always cause drama or I always talk about stuff or I always react to things. Like, I could understand why I would implement more opinions to be said about me, but when I don't do none of that and I don't talk about anybody, I don't talk about anything. And if I ever talk about someone, it's always positive or I'm always sticking up for them. I never speak about anybody in an ill manner. Even if I'm extremely mad at someone, I'll never like say that on the internet. I'll never put anything on the internet like that. So I don't really know why people do that to me. I know it comes with social media, but like sometimes it's so, like, OD that I'm like, "Bro, like, it's so forced or it's so unnecessary." Um, but yeah, like, even that's true sign. That's true. But I legit have never spoken bad about anybody, even when people want like because some people think that I should be mad at stuff or like I should feel a type of way about things, but when I genuinely don't because I genuinely like don't care or like it just has nothing to do with me or I just clearly like genuinely don't feel a type of way, they like want me to. So I think they like put things like they try to put things like on me to feel a type of way or like rage bait me like and I'm like, bro, like you can't rage bait something when you just don't feel that type of way. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's just like makes no sense. Like when people like comment negatively about my appearance, I don't care about because like that just doesn't bother me. Like I'm very confident. I've never struggled with that. Like I'm not. So like when people say things about my appearance, like beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So like if you think I'm gross or ugly or fat or have chubby chipmunk cheeks, like that's fine. Like I don't care. Like I like my chubby cheeks. Like it doesn't bother me, you know? So like for me, those comments don't ever get to me, doesn't ever affect me. The comments that bother me is when they come at my character when they're not looking at the bigger picture. A lot of the things that I've been through on the internet or has been done to me, a lot of people would have crashed out about or done their own type of content over for views or for whatever reason, but I never want to bring negativity to my social media or that's just not I'm a soft girl. Like I'm never going to be someone that like you're not going to get a reaction from me that you're ever expecting because that's just not who I am and everyone in my real life they know that. Like they do know that. So but it's unfortunate because people just prejudge you. And that's what I started noticing even in real life. Like with people, they like assume you're a certain way because of your social media, but they're not like looking and understanding you. You know, like it's like I never gave off that. So why are you assuming I'm that? You know? And it's like you have to fight 10 times harder for your character to be seen and your self-worth to be seen by people while it's like, yo, what you get is right in front of you. So it's like kind of sad that people do that, you know? And it's like, but, but it's also good because then you realize like that's not for you, you know? Yeah, I'm wearing makeup in a lit up pool and I look good. And um I don't know what's wrong with that. I'm talking, I'm on camera, so I got ready because I wanted to feel cute. I'm in the pool because I live in Florida. It's hot. There was just the most gorgeous sunset ever. I'm going to show you guys on my phone actually. This was right before I went live. Um, so like I wanted to spend my night in the pool feeling cute and if that bothers you, um yeah, just don't feed the trolls then. Well, you're trolling actually, so you're actually part of the problem. But yeah, I'm just clearing the air up for you that if you were wondering why I'm in the pool on a hot summer night in South Florida, blessed, feeling grateful. I'm so grateful that um I can be outside in the amazing heat, hearing the birds and the little bugs like chirping and feeling the amazing breeze and being able to sit in this pool and have a roof over my head, being able to afford to have foundation and a lash on. Um, yeah, I'm so grateful that I have those things. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for pointing it out and noticing. It means a lot to me that you notice the little details. I appreciate it. This conversation would be better on Twitter. Well, I'm on Kick right now, so um I really like Kick for the fact that
The text, yep, you know I'm not replying. Just to let you know I'm not one of them niggas you be dodging. I'm the one that you
I don't
dodge
know if
with.
there are
I'm the
women
one
like you
that you
anywhere.
gonna
Gotta
take
work
that
on
dress you
myself to
saving
attract
out
this
the
energy.
closet. I'm the one you need
Honestly,
alone. I'm the one that when you're around your
if you
friends
do
that you
find
gotta
a
put
good
on
woman,
speakerphone.
don't
Just so
try to
you can
find
let them
something
know what we
else
be
or try
on.
to find something
Like
that's a
he the
problem.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I know I'm young, but you
that
respect
tends
me
to
like
happen
a
to people
father
a lot.
figure. Young mobbish nigga probably make your father figure.
I know, right? That's
God
true. Like Twitch
Perrier,
would
how he carry
probably
with a
do that because I was talking
Perrier's
about
going.
God,
Well, I
which is
wouldn't
why
say
I'm
it,
really
but I
happy to be
gotta
on here right now.
paraphrase. And even when you tripping, we tripping, I pay for you.
It's
Gourmet
very
for you.
true. I've
Chauffeur
noticed
arrange
that,
for you. I take the
which
flight
is kind
alone.
of sad, but yeah, I like that too, Nate. I love that you can say whatever and do whatever. Like, I really have been enjoying my time on Kick, and I even sometimes think about just going full time on here. It's like something that I do think about. Also, mainly because like a lot of the like, yes, I have a lot of followers on Twitch, but I feel like if I implanted the same amount of time to try to grow and kick, I maybe could. But I don't know. I think about it sometimes, y'all.
Used to have my back when you had enough. I gave you love, protection, my energy. I saw them pictures with you.
My hand is cramping.
Noticed the nigga you was with wasn't me. And when I hit you, started asking what's up. Had you like, why, nigga?
Like, the views are always more up on Kick. The comments are always nicer. The chat moves pretty quickly on here too. Like, I feel like I kind of have like my own little audience here. And I like that I could be in a bathing suit or I could talk about God. Like, there's so many different things that I could do on here that I really enjoy. The only problem is I almost wish I would have started on here because I do have a lot of the following on Twitch. So it's something that I'm thinking about, but we'll see. My dad wants me to go on Kick. My dad thinks that it's a better idea to stay on Kick. So I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about though, for sure. I mean, either way, you're going live, so it's like people are gonna, like, if they want to watch you, they're gonna tune in. It doesn't matter. It's just a difference of an app. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, like, how do I get my Twitch followers to come here? Like, yeah, John, that's true. I know, my dad just likes that it's unfiltered. Literally, that's the only reason. But he also, so something that I have been learning the past couple months, actually, since streaming, that my dad has told me. He said, you have to go where you're celebrated, go where you're valued, and go where you are celebrated. And it really stuck with me because, like, he told me that advice for people. We were having conversation about people, and he was like, you need to go where you're valued and where you're celebrated. Because it needs to be a two-way streak. You can't just value people, be there for people, and then it's not the same back. You need to go where you're valued and celebrated. So I'm like, damn, like no one's ever told me that before in my life. And I thought it was such a good statement. And then he implemented that with the streaming because he's like, you know, you get good views on Kick, you have a nice chat, you're growing, and the Kick team sometimes puts you on the front page. You know, I got a steak deal. He was like, you're being valued on this app, you're being celebrated on this app. What has Twitch done for you? Like, what do they give you? Like, what do they do for you? Do you feel valued? Are you feel pushed? Like, and I'm like, no. So, and he's like, how are the views? Like, and I'm like, kind of ass. So he's like, why don't you just go where you're celebrated and valued? And I'm like, damn, you're right. Oh, look, my dad's watching right now. It's true though. So like, I've been thinking about it and I feel like maybe I should just do the move, but I wish I could take my followers from Twitch and bring them here because I have like over 50,000. I have like 50,000 followers on Twitch. But the thing is, like, at this point, it's like, do the followers even matter? Because my views don't even equal that. Sometimes I get like 1,700 views, 1,200 views if I'm doing something that's like really extremely fun. I feel like I get more views though on Kick. Even if you have the followers on Kick, it doesn't matter. That's true. Like, it really doesn't, right? Like, I feel like right now, if I was on Twitch, I probably would have like 200 viewers or like 150 viewers. Or I would have got TOS because I'm in a bathing suit. On here, like, I'm, almost at 400 and I'm really just chilling. Like, so I care more about the engagement of it. Do you get paid for followers or subs? You get paid for subs. You literally don't get anything from a follower. You literally do not get a single thing if someone follows you. It doesn't matter at all. I know. I do feel like I am treated better on Kick. And I'm able to kind of have my own little audience. I feel like I'm kind of in a bubble there on Twitch. But like I said, nothing changes. Like it's still just you going live. So it's really not like a big deal. Um, Collabs I could still do on Kick. It's still the same thing. Even if like they're on, so for example, when I streamed with Sam, she's on Kick and I was on Twitch, but we streamed from the same phone. So like I just had to sign into my toolkit and it put both of ours at the same time. So like that's why when you were watching my stream and her stream, it was exactly the same thing. So like if someone is on Twitch and they want to collab and I'm on Kick, it doesn't matter. Like you could still do it. It's still connected. Because the dual streaming is kind of stupid because you don't make any money doing that and it's hard to read the chat of both of them. Cause the dual stream time, it just like it cuts your pay in half and it's so hard to read the chat. Like it's so hard. Like, and then I thought, like, what if I dual stream TikTok and Kick instead of dual streaming two like major streaming platforms? You know what I mean? So like what if I was on like I just started doing Twitter Kick. That could work because I could have Twitter chat on my phone and then have Kick chat on the screen. But like, it could only, like, I don't have to do that every time. It could just be like once in a while. But the thing is, IRL streams is what gets the views, right? But like, I want to be able to grow on Kick. So if I'm only doing, IRLs on Twitch, like, how am I going to grow on Kick? Like, people aren't going to want to just see me playing the game on Kick. Like, I'm not just a gamer, you know? It's just something I've been like kind of thinking about. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pray about it. And I'm going to ask God to give me direction for it. And whatever the outcome He tells me is where I will go. I think that's what I'm going to do because that's how I have to be tackling everything in life. Like, even with people, like, hey, God, is this person meant to be in my life or are they not? Like, help your girl out because if we're just trying to fit, my vein needs to stay in my forehead. Like, that's what we need to be doing, guys. We need to be making decisions with the Lord, not just ourselves. Why is my hand cramping so much? Like, what is with my hand, y'all? Aubrey, bro. He does answer that the fastest, yo. Drink electrolytes. Yes, you're right. Thank you. This is I'm drinking electrolytes to help me help being sick. Very true, Nate. Very true. And I also feel like it's harder for people to just come in my chat to hate on me because on Twitch, that's what they do. They literally just come in and spam shit that like has nothing to do with anything because they're on that more. You know what I mean? Here it's like harder for them to have to come over here and just randomly like say stuff like, well, if I was like here, I'm able to like kind of grow my community on my own a little bit. And like Sam's on here, like when we stream together again, like it'll be fun because like we'll both be on the same app, you know? How do you guys feel about it though? I obviously want to know about y'all's. Wait, Aubrey, what do you mean that's the thing? And that's going to be it, okay? when everything happened that came out, who was the first one to say something? Me. Because Daryl is my friend, right? And I will defend my friends to the end. Any of my friends. Juju, Bianca, Aubrey, Gabby, Vanessa, Chloe, Daryl, Lala, whoever is in my circle and my friend, I will always defend them and have their back. I will always ride for my friends. That's never an issue. Ever. And everyone in my life knows that. They know that no matter what, I will always be there for them. I've always been that friend. On social media, off social media. People call me for advice. They want help. They want prayer. I'm always there for them. They know that they have me in their corner no matter if they don't have anybody else. But what you guys need to understand is that just because, and this is another reason why, the reason why I don't talk about him anymore is because, one, y'all bullied the fuck out of me to anytime I brought him up. If I was like, thanks Daryl for the gifted, thanks Daryl for putting me on, it was a problem. I was called a pick me, I was called this, that, and that, when I'm saying thank you. So I just was like, you know what, like, there's no need to talk about him anymore. Like, me and him are cool, like, we're friends off camera. There's no need to keep talking about it on stream. It has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm good on talking about it, and I don't want any more hate. So I just decided I'm not going to talk about him anymore. And he doesn't talk about me anymore. That does not mean we are not friends. Another thing, we never dated. That was never my boyfriend. Ever my boyfriend. We never, ever dated. Like, we have been friends since I've known him. We've never dated. So the whole, like, oh my god, that's your ex. No, we've never dated. Like, we are friends. Like, and it bothers me that, like also, like, he's on trips and doing things with other females. Like, let him enjoy that. And I mean, he is enjoying it, and the fans are enjoying it, and I'm watching and enjoying it, because guess what? I am his friends. I support my friends. I don't know why if I'm supposed to be jealous, if I'm supposed to be mad. Like, why would I? The only time you're allowed to be, or you should be jealous or mad, is if that's your boyfriend or your ex. And that was none of that to me. He's always been my friend. So, like, why would I be jealous, you know? I'm so happy for him. And I've said it a million times. I don't know how many times, like, I don't know how many times I have to say it. My parents are so grateful for him, because he's helped me build a career for myself, right? Which is why I think that comment, my dad meant to send it to somebody else. Like, obviously, like, my dad doesn't know what he's doing on here. But, like, I also am trying to grow, and I have not ever had him on my channel because I live across the country, right? He's doing stuff with other females. You guys should just be happy with the females that he's doing content with, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Like, I just am, like, don't know how much longer y'all are gonna do this to me for. Like, I literally have not spoke about him in like 2 months, and my things get flooded with his name, and I know where I came from. He gave me a career, and I have blatantly said that every single time in the beginning when I was getting on live. I cried on stream because I was so grateful. So I don't know if I'm supposed to, for the rest of my life till I die, make sure I mention him in a stream, which I just don't understand why I would have to do that. Like, you guys understand that, like, I date. I have boyfriend. Like, I've had boyfriends. Like, I have people that I'm, like, I talk to off camera, that it sometimes becomes a problem in real life because the internet thinks something more. And, like, do you understand how frustrating that can be for a person? Like, and on top of that, when real life stuff happens, like, sometimes the chat or the comments can affect people's view of something or brain of something, and then it causes problems. Like I have not talked about it in months, and it's still the only thing the chat talks about. And I just don't understand why. Like, if I was always talking about it and I was always like saying, like, always like trying to insert myself, then I would understand, but I literally don't. And I tried to collab with people that aren't even mixed into the friend group. Like, even when I went to streamer prom, like, I really was trying to meet new people, and I was trying to like do my own thing because I want to grow, right? And like, I wouldn't, like, if Daryl wanted to do a stream, I'm not gonna say no, like, he's my friend. But like, it's the whole thing that you guys do with like it's just like, don't you get tired? Don't you get tired typing it? Like, it's just as if like I were to do a collab with the Umbrella once, and everyone loved the Umbrella so much, and then for the rest of my life they only talked about the Umbrella. Like, I don't understand, genuinely. And I also don't understand why I randomly would not be happy for him. Like, I defended him and supported him through a lot of things, and that caused me a lot of hate. And I had pizzas being put to my house. I had threats, death threats. I had people saying extremely bad things about me, making videos about me. I never once asked him to, hey, defend me. Hey, don't you feel like, no. Like, I just did it out of the kindness of my heart, and I said it once, and I even told everyone this is none of our places. I just want to let you know that I support him. And I just didn't understand. I thought that would be enough. But yeah, like, I'm just not, I don't know, like, I just thought me not talking about it would make y'all understand, but it doesn't. So I think, like, it's either y'all are never gonna get it, or, like, I don't know. So but that's all I'm gonna say about it. I appreciate Daryl. I'm grateful for him. I'm happy for him. I love his content, all the traveling stuff, all the things he does. I will always support him. We are cool offline. We are friends in real life. Like, that's actually my friend in real life. My parents are supportive of him. My parents watch some of his content. My friends do. Like, everyone is supportive of him. So we can just, like, you know, chill, okay? That's it. So that's all I'm saying. Hopefully that helps and clear things up. And yeah, and let that be the last time, because I am so tired. Like, I wasn't gonna say anything either, but like, after being on TikTok today and realizing, like, oh wow, I was like, let me just say something. And I think also another reason why people stay, like, so stuck on it is because you guys don't ever see me with other guys. And I'll never post a guy for this reason. Me and Daryl are just friends, and, like, I just can't, like, it's, like, always brought up. So, like, imagine if I posted my boyfriends. Oh no. So I always keep that offline because I just don't like drama and things in my business. So yeah, that's, like, the main reason. Yeah, relationships should always be offline, y'all. I say that a million times too, and then everyone's always like, who are you dating? Like, bro, you're never gonna know. Private, not secret. Amen. Private and a secret at this point. Dead ass, bro. When's the next Sam collab? Hopefully soon, y'all. Hopefully soon. I know she lives in LA, so I don't have any plans on going to LA. But if she comes out here soon, or if she has something in mind and wants me to come out there, I definitely will. But yeah. Yo, the comments are so funny. Love Panda. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Amen time. Me and the Lord are locked in for real. For real, we locked in. Guys, it's so beautiful out. Like, it's gorgeous out. And Aubrey. Oh my god, guys, do you want to hear a story about Niagara Falls, actually? So, fun fact. Wait, should I tell this story? It's about a boy. Should I tell y'all? Spill it. Okay, so this is actually a funny story. So, there was this guy that this happened like last year. Yeah, well, not even. Yeah, technically last year. So I really liked this guy, right? We had known each other for so long. Like, we knew each other for so long, but we never met. Like, we just never met. So whenever he was in Florida, like, the timing just was never right for us to like hang out. And I had the way I never met him, but like to like the way we contacted each other was through a mutual friend. Like, we had a mutual friend and she like set it up. Basically, she's like, oh, you guys would be so good together, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. I was single at the time and I was like, let's just see, right? But what turned into like, let's see, maybe go on a date, turned into like 3 years of just never meeting and just talking all the time. And like, fast forward, I'm like, all right, bro, like, are we ever gonna meet or what's good? So finally, finally, hold on, y'all, my mom's making me laugh. Okay, so finally, I'm like, okay, fuck it, like, let's just meet, right? And at the time, he was in New York, so I was like, oh, well, like, I'm gonna be in New York or whatever. So he was like, all right, bet. So I go, and then I go and guys, I was so nervous because, mind you, this is like 3 years of like talking, like on and off, like wanting to meet, but like just didn't have the right time. And then finally, like, I'm about to meet this guy, right? Like, so excited but like nervous at the same time. And I was like landing, and I'm like, mind you, wait, I don't know if I should say this part because he doesn't know this part. Nah, I'm not gonna say that part. So I was gonna Uber to my hotel, but I saw that the bus was $1. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take the bus. Like, the bus is $1. Like, why pay for an Uber? Like, it'll get me, like, it'll probably be quick, like, to get there. Because it wasn't far, the hotel. So, and he lived far from my hotel. So I was like, whatever, I'll take the bus. Like, I'll be there to the hotel quick. Bro, what turned to what should have been a 10-minute Uber, I didn't get to the hotel for like a damn near an hour and a half because the bus stopped literally there had to have been like 30 stops till I got to the hotel. And then it didn't even drop you off at the hotel. You had to walk like 2 blocks. So there I am taking this fucking weird ass bus, like public bus, to this hotel. I'm dragging my fucking suitcase 2 blocks. And all I'm thinking is, I hope he's not near here. Like, because I was like, I'm going to text him when I'm inside of my hotel to say that, like, I got there, give me some time, so that way he doesn't see me. And I knew he lived far, so I was like, there's no way he's just going to, like, drive here. So I'm chugging the luggage. And I'm, like, just praying. And I don't know what car he drives, nothing. So I'm like, oh, yes. So then I'm like, fuck. So I finally get to my hotel, guys, and I'm in the hotel. I'm like, okay. And he's like, hey, are you okay? Like, it's kind of taking a while for you to get there. And I was like, oh, sorry. Like, I got here, but, like, I got busy. Like, I didn't want to tell him I took the bus. So then I'm in the hotel, and I'm like, okay, let me get myself ready. Guys, I might have, like, hyperventilated like 4 times at this point because I was so nervous to meet this guy. Like, I never am nervous to meet people, and I was so nervous to meet him. So finally I'm like, okay, like, I'm ready and whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll be there soon. Like, this is my ETA, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So finally he gets to the hotel, he picks me up, and he's like, okay, do you want, like, what do you want from this restaurant? Like, I'm gonna order food. So I was like, oh, okay. So, like, I was like, I don't know. And, like, he was so cute, guys, that I was like, he gets out of the car, and I was like, oh. I was like, okay. And then, like, we get in the car, and, like, he asked me what I wanted to eat, and I was like, oh, just, like, you order. Like, I will try whatever you like. Like, I want to try what you like so I could see if he had a good taste in food. So he ordered, like, a bunch of stuff. And then we get to his house, and he, like, had it all spread out. And we're hanging out. But, like, I didn't know if he liked me or not because he literally was giving me no inclination of, like, I'm into you. Like, not like a handhold, nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I was interested in him. So then I'm like trying to play it, keep it P, you know, Tiana. So I'm, like, sitting there, and we're, like, watching a movie. And I, like, get up, and I'm like, okay, it's getting late, like, you should take me back to my hotel. So he was like, okay. He drives me back to my hotel. Very respectful, did not try to be weird or anything. So he takes me back to my hotel. I'm like, okay, bye. And he's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I have stuff planned for us for tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, cool. What time should I be ready? Blah, blah. So he tells me be ready by 12. So 12 comes. He's there, guys. He's waiting downstairs, like, on the dot the time he told me. First of all, you guys know how big that is for me because I hate when people are late. So we get there. Well, I get there, get downstairs. And he's like, okay, are you hungry or do you just want, like, coffee and, like a bagel or something? And I was like, coffee and bagel sounds good. So he takes me to this little cafe. We're, like, eating the bagel and, like, drinking our coffee, and, like, we're laughing, and I'm like, ah, stop. I felt like I was in a movie, right? So I'm like, So then he's like, okay, next stop, like, I'm gonna take you to Niagara Falls. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we go to Niagara, we're driving and, like, having great conversation, no awkward moment, where we get to Niagara Falls, and I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. And mind you, I'm not on my phone at all, because I'm like, I don't want him to think that like I'm distracted or like paying attention to my phone and not him. I'm like, no, like I'm soaking in the moment, right? So I wanted to take a photo of Niagara Falls so bad, but I was like, I don't want to take my phone out and shit. So I'm like, whatever. So we go for a walk around the Niagara Falls. We sit down on a bench, and he's like, wow, like it was this, can't believe how many years it's been, like, and we finally meet. I'm like, I know. And it's literally out of a fucking movie, guys. Like, there's a rainbow coming out of the falls. I'm sitting there with him. He's got his arm around me. I'm like, yeah, right? So I'm feeling real good. So I'm like, wow, this is really good. And then, so then he's like, okay, what the fuck, my throat. So he's like, okay, like next thing, do you, he was very sarcastic, guys. So he's like, are you gonna stay at your hotel tonight? Like, and he pointed at some random hotel, and I was like, nah, I'm not staying there, like joking around. And he drives to the hotel, and I was like, oh, like, are we done here for today? And he's like, no, like, go get your stuff. And I was like, what stuff? And he's like, from the hotel. And I was like, oh, nobody, like, that's not what's happening here. Like, my stuff's staying at my hotel because you're taking me right back here after the night is over. And he was like, oh, okay, sorry, it was like bad communication. And I was like, yeah, bad communication. So, but then we laughed about it. And then we drove to, so he's like, okay, do you want to go to dinner, or do you want to cook dinner together? So I was like, ooh, I've never cooked dinner with someone before. I want to cook dinner. So we go to the supermarket, we get all the ingredients, we get to his house, he starts cooking, and he's like, don't do anything. And I was like, okay. So he's like, just sit there and relax. So I was like, say less. So I'm sitting down, right? And he's cooking the food, and like the food is great, right? I'm playing music, like we're having a good time. And then like this is where it gets so funny. Mind you, no alcohol, like we're not one drink, not one nothing. Like he's super like, So I'm like, okay, better, right? So he lights the candle, we're eating, we're talking, and the food was delicious, right? So I'm like, Then, guys, this is the funny part. Now we're hanging out, right? We go into like this, like he has this like sunken in couch like thing, and when you're sitting in there, like half the wall is glass, and then it's like a wood piece, and then you could walk through that. So I go to get up to go get water, and I was like, oh, shortcut, and I went to go walk straight, thinking that it was open. Bro, it was glass, and I slammed my head on the glass. I slammed my head into the fucking wall, guys, like full force, like I was like running to get the water, and boom, like so hard, guys. My makeup was like on the window. He starts laughing. He's like, wait, are you actually okay? And I was like, I'm okay, I'm embarrassed. So then we're literally dying laughing. Like it was so funny. And then the next day, guys, so wait, let me finish. So then I'm like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. How do I come back from this, right? So then I'm like, whatever, like makes for a good story. So then he's like we were just laughing, talking, and then I'm like, okay, like time to go. So he takes me back to my hotel, and I'm like, bye, whatever. And he's like, when am I going to see you again? And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's your job to plan it. So then I go back home, and like I'm home the next day. Guys, I have a welt in the top of my forehead, like huge. I was so embarrassed, guys. Like, this was so embarrassing. Like, it was so bad, but it was so funny. And he was so cute. But yeah, nothing happened between us, like, at all. And then also, like, I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Yes, this was in Niagara Falls. Well, this was at his house, but like that was after Niagara Falls. But yeah, like he was great. Kind of. Yeah, he was great, but like he had like some things that I was like, but like no one's perfect, you know? Have you talked to him again? Yes, but like not like to make plans or anything. I don't know where he is in the world right now. I don't know what he's doing, but bro gave up. He tried so hard. No, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, guys. It's just a mystery at this point. He's just a mystery. We should give him a code name, so if he ever comes back, I can tell you guys. What should his code name be? Oh, one day he texted me and was like, "Are you live?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, you watch my stream?" And then I was like, "No." And I texted him when I got off, and he was like, "Oh, I was gonna watch." And I'm like, "Oh my god, thank God you didn't." We need a code name. Yeah, code name. We need a code name, guys. Niagara Falls. No, we need something better, because then he'll know for sure it's about him if he ever does watch my stream. Glass wall. But I feel like he's gonna know, like, not on head. Glass. Maybe, yeah, Glass. Let's just call him Glass, y'all. Yeah, man. Shout out to Glass. I don't know where he's at. But that was so embarrassing, guys. And I never got to tell that story. But, like, I've always wanted to tell it because it's so funny. But that's the type of shit that happens to me. Like, I can't just have a great night. Like, there has to be something. Like, I can't just be like, oh, this is a great night. And I knew it was going to start out, like, ridiculous when I took the fucking bus. Why would I take the bus? But, yeah. Glass. Who knows? Maybe the universe is hearing us right now and something will happen. He'll come through. No, Dad, don't tell that story. Guys, there's always something that happens, like, on a date or something that's like, I'm like, I get so turned off that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, or do you ever, like, think about someone doing something and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm good off with you. But then when you like someone, nothing they do can be disgusting or wrong. But then when you don't like them anymore, everything they do is like, ew, you drank water? Like, oh, ew, like, we need to hear the story. Okay, guys, this story that my dad is talking about is so funny. So this was when I was in high school, literally high school. This guy wanted to take me out, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to go. And then he was like, please, please, please. So I was like, fine, you know what? We could get food. So we go to get food, and we're talking, and I already didn't want to be there, right? Like, I literally didn't want to be there already. But I was, like, trying to keep an open mind. I go on this day, we're eating, and he got rice, which is fine. But he's eating, and the rice was on his face for, like, so long that I was like, oh, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go. Because, like, one, why are you a grown man with, like being a messy eater? Like, how have you not used your napkin, bro? Like, so ever since, like, ever since he was known as rice guy, and we just never talked after that. And I literally can tell you what I was wearing that day because that's how bad it, like, scarred my mind. And that shouldn't be that big of a deal, but, like, and it's not that big of a deal, but, like, it just, I didn't like him, so, like, it just made it worse. I had the worst first date with this one girl I liked years ago. Nothing went right the entire night. Simon, you gotta tell us the story. You gotta put it in, like, the freaking, Simon, you gotta put it in, like, the community tab. Please put it in the community tab, bro. Guys, I love dating stories. Like, I love also just going on dates because they're so fun because you have, like, so many stories to have. Like, if I never would have went, I wouldn't have these stories. So it's, like, a good thing. Sam, you gotta put the voice note in the community tab, please.